Hello everyone, I'm Mixless, international transmedia astronomer from Hong Kong, and today it's my honor to share my story about dark sky protections and light sky observation at the Yosemite National Park many years ago. Remember when I was having an academic exchange at the California, and at that time I was trying to explore different possibilities, especially Uh, I knew that USA would have a lot of dark sky parks and protected regions about stargazing events and organizing some astronomical festivals. At that time, I tried to explore something new. In everyday life, especially, we always making a lot of decisions, trying to simply buy a cup of coffee, or if you're trying to find out some new way to promote popular science or science communication, it's all about making choices, having feedbacks from all these consequences, and you're trying to explore new possibilities when you're trying to interact with other experts, or you're trying to gain more experience on hands-on how you promote popular science. Usually, it might be easily to be devastated with dealing with failures, especially when we try to promote popular science. It always takes time to have serious consideration on how could we draw people attention to be aware of science and how could we interest them. So it's really hard to find out new ways, but when we are under the situation of COVID, there are a lot of new methods or new platforms we could make use of to make changes or make a better future to promote science, sustainability, and especially dark sky protection. Inspire more people as a social influencer, or you may try to be to start your own online channel to be a YouTuber. So it's not easy to launch some approaches which is sustaining and always being attractive. But it's really important on how you explore your personal strength and uniqueness and the happiness of promoting science, which is really based on your rationale, based on your true self. So why can't we start something new if you're trying to explore to get outside of your comfort zone to explore something extremely new? Trust yourself and leave your comfort zone. I love astronomy. I love stargazing, and especially being an adventurer. It's really precious to have an opportunity to be a backpacker, to start something interesting and memorable for the natural exploration many years ago when I have traveled in the United States, California. So at that time, I'm watching when I was watching a natural exploration channel uh, in YouTube, and I tried to pick up a location from the online map because somewhere would be great for stargazing and astrophotography. And at that time, there would be some kind of dark sky parks or some national park which is available for stargazing events or to have an observation. So at that time, uh, I wish to find out somewhere which is great for stargazing and astrophotography. So at that moment, I tried to cooperate with some local astronomical clubs or societies. I didn't talk to my roommate about my planning for individual adventure. At least he should see me again unless I come back the day after. So he might not be able to know much about my plan because I think it would be really challenging if you try to be a backpacker to explore something somewhere new. Uh, I do have some experience in hiking in Hong Kong. Uh, but I truly believe that it would be a new challenge to travel somewhere alone, especially traveling in Yosemite, which is really far from the San Francisco. It's almost uh, about 300 kilometers. So it takes almost 5 hours for normal driving. However, I didn't have any international driving license at that time, so I decided to get there by regional train and some transits. So before that, I simply print out the digital map, and you can see in this picture, uh, it's quite a long distance travel. Yeah, especially for a foreigner, really challenging. So, to be honest, it would be a dangerous demonstration. You should never travel on your own unless you're really familiarized with that places. So, of course, for safety reason, I still have connected with local astronomers that could gather to be gathered after nights. To have a night stargazing party at a particular area. So we will meet up together at the evening. So we'll meet up together. So I remember I'm spending more than 7 hours for transportation, and I look at my watch. I still had 5 hours for having spare time, and I decided to have a free walking tour in these lovely places. So uh, the natural environment was so great, and even the fresh air you may rarely experience when you are trying to live in urban city for a long time. So it's really great to have somewhere truly far from your living places. So I was really excited at that time. So walking alone in this peace and quiet environment, and I discovered that I have been lost in the forest. Uh, I discovered that the GPS and internet didn't work whenever we need it. Uh, but I still trust my intuition every time, especially when you are at the edge of a cliff. So you don't have any reason to give up. So as I've mentioned, you don't have any excuse unless you want to be a Tassin. So um, I think the key of the important point is that you should consider important things or tasks without retreatment. So at that moment, I would say that there's no turning back. I should keep working with photo documentation to keep records and try to be more sensitive to the natural environment, how you interact with the natural environment, especially um, you should be familiarized with some species. For example, some poisonous species. You should be aware of some potential danger, uh, which might hurt you or uh, might lead you to be fatal. Um, at that time, I wouldn't believe that in this worst case scenario, I would be survived. And yeah, it's actually one of my greatest challenge in my entire life, physically and mentally. It's really mentally exhausted. So in this dangerous situation, when I had got lost for more than 3 hours in the wilds, so I didn't have any backup or vehicle support. So I couldn't even find any infrastructure to show my coordinates or regions. So um, there would be many unexpected outcomes you would face. You have to sacrifice something as important as you fought in the past. So I'm so grateful that I'm still alive today, especially we all know that how serious the COVID will be. So I continue to walk with persistence and my awareness of crisis. So luckily, I met up with another experienced hiker, and we walked through the forest until the midnight. And I saw the spectacular Milky Way galaxies. Really thankful. I would never forget what I saw at that moment because I believe that my efforts truly paid off. So, of course, I'm not trying to encourage you to have a backpack exploration for the dark sky, for instant inspiration, or just based on your random intuition. So, but more importantly, how you motivate your internal motivation, being objective with on what others think about you. So we can still make choices. Randomly buying a book about entrepreneurship, or just had a gathering to collaborate with other potential mentors or experts from the Dutch guide disciplines, or a popular science discipline, or if you are truly interested in science communication. So it's really strongly encourage you to read some books, articles, or you try to engage in some outreach activities or hands-on activities. So I believe that making effort is not necessarily to be something really dramatically influential or dramatically a big impact or actions, but you could make some changes from your daily life. Even a minor changes could still be could still have a great or a great impact to your society or your community. It's very important to be always remember that you are doing it based on your personal rationale, based on your personal true self. And I think the most precious point is that it really changed my mind on the awareness of the dark sky protections and the urban light pollution. But I would say that it's really a precious opportunity if you have tried to have a visit in Hong Kong. You can see that it's really serious in the less in the light pollution, especially in the urban regions. But I will try to start my regional projects, collaborating with different astronomical organizations, and through the social innovation, I start to take advantage of social media channels and some TV informative programs to share my stories as an dark sky defender and a science communicator and astrophotographer. So I think there are different media or approaches, including transmedia platforms, interdisciplinary approach. For example, you try to integrate science with arts. You try to explore the uniqueness of dark sky protections or astronomy. You try to fit on some potential users or audience. You try to motivate more people through crossover. So until now, I have become uh, a national coordinator for of International Astronomical Union on outreach and education, now as an NOC. And I really wish to explore and support global night sky developments, currently supporting the International Dark Sky Associations and UNESCO. So we don't really know what will happen in our future, but I think the most important thing is how you treasure every moment. We all have the power to make changes locally, regionally, globally. And I wish to remind you that don't waste any opportunity, which you might be regretful in the future. So let us encourage each other in our concert endeavors. And I wish that you could have a great experience and inspiration in this IDSW, International Dark Sky Week. And I wish to have collaboration, or we could have conversation together. Please feel free to contact me. I'm willing race to have some new insights, or to have some collaboration, or keep in touch with people from different places. I truly believe that astronomy and dark sky protection should not be limited by regions without borders. And one people, one sky. And I truly wish that every global citizen could have chances to enjoy the night sky, and especially if we try to consider the sustainability condition. I really wish that even our next generation could still have chances to see the night sky and understand the internal culture and heritage about the constellations and the discovery of astronomy, cosmology, astrophysics, and all this knowledge, precious technology could still preserved as a natural resources to be passing out to continue to sustain throughout the generation. So I wish you have good luck in this International Dark Sky Week and explore new possibilities with your friends, share with your family, in your community, trying to start something new, explore something new. So I believe if you're trying to be a delegate or advocate, that there will be more. You could gain more when you explore more. So I wish you good luck and have a great opportunity to explore something new. Thank you.